Good morning and happy Tuesday to you. This did not come out on a Tuesday or on a Monday. It's Tuesday morning if you're watching this. You're probably really upset you didn't get your Monday morning Summoners Weekly, but we're here. And man, do we have... We were just talking about this. So much stuff to talk about. I know. Again, every week it's the running joke. It's like we don't have anything to talk about. All of a sudden we have too much to talk about. But I'm here with my co-host.
It's Caleb. What's going on, guys?
As always, it's Shinya. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Shinya, I'm so glad. I love sharing the couch with you, man. I feel like your insight and just your experiences, they're valuable to us. And post-Vegas, man.
Oh, yeah, post-Vegas.
How are we feeling?
Tired, sleepy. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I probably slept like 14, 15 hours over the last 2 days. Like I'm feeling good now, though. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, today I was definitely in bed. I called out of work.
Same. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. If any of my coworkers see this, wait a minute. I thought you called out today. I thought you were sick.
I was just so tired over the weekend. Like, we if you're watching this, if this is your first time watching the podcast, we were out in Vegas, the Las Vegas Regional this past weekend, covering the event. Feel free to watch the last 4 videos we put out and more coming out this week, even more interviews, more experiences, a vlog. But just feel free to go check those out because we put them out daily. We were Summoners daily for a couple days there. It was so funny. We would go to the event, we'd film, meet people, have a good time, do our thing, get home. Caleb's exhausted, and I'm like, all right, everyone good? All right, I'm going outside. I'm gonna go edit, and I just edit until like 2:30 a.m.
No, it was so funny because we would get back. You go like 5 minutes away from the couch, or not the couch, shit, the house. He'd go, Caleb, I know you're tired. We need to do inventory, and then you can go to bed. Got home. Did inventory, unpacked everything. I looked at JD. I was like, hey, bro, I don't know how you do it. Good night. And I'd pass out. And let me just say, I loved Vegas, every second of it. I'm so glad to be home. I'm so glad to be back on the couch.
Dude, honestly, I was thinking about it earlier. If Riot watches this, which I believe maybe they do, wink, wink. But I would love to have a Summoners Weekly booth where we just have couches.
Yeah,
and people can just take us like a seat on a comfy couch at an event. You know what I mean? And then like we could run a pod at like future events. You know what I mean? I mean, logistically, all you need is a couch and then like a sign, right?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
What's the make and model? We gotta find out. We gotta find out IKEA couch.
Yeah, the IKEA couch.
I will say though, man, it is nice to be back. You know, being back home definitely has its perks. I missed all of our locals. Rowan is actually in the room. He's our live studio audience behind us. I told him, I was like, man, I missed you. You should have been there, right? And I can only imagine people who didn't get a chance to go to Vegas probably feel the same way too. So for those that didn't go, would you recommend a regional experience? Like in your guys' perspective, this is y'all's second one. But before we get into the event itself, let's talk to the people who are on the fence of going to one.
Oh, yeah.
There's only one right answer, and it's go. If you get the opportunity, you have the money, if it's even in your city, if you can make it work, go. I will say the first one I went to, I had $300 to my name. I stayed with family. I parked in sketchy-ass places to make it work. JD and all the friends I met there took care of me, made sure I was safe, made sure I got into the right places. Go. Go have fun.
Oh, yeah.
Go with your locals. Make friends while you're there. Find a group. Do it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. If money's tight, because money's always tight. I totally get it. Go to your locals. Start talking. You would be surprised how many people at your locals actually want to go to these things. People are serious about this game.
Well, you know, it's wild. I was actually talking to another judge here in town. I think you know them, right?
Yeah.
And, they were on my plane. They were on our plane.
Oh,
Kayla
that's
and I's
awesome.
plane. I saw them walk the aisle. I was like, please bless our box for our plane pulls. And they tapped it. They were like, no. And then I was like, oh. So they did. But, man, they went and they Airbnb'd out like a mansion.
Oh, that's good.
And they had like a group of like 10 homies together.
Yeah. There's nothing beats that experience.
I just want to talk about JD on the plane really quick. Y'all, this plane, it's like late. This plane is quiet. The lights are off. JD, I mean, we got a lot of good hits. JD got something. He was like, oh my goodness. And I was just like, JD.
The flight attendants were very happy.
Did they complain about me? You think that was for me?
No, I don't think so. Dude, at one point, I was trying to take off my jacket because it was super hot in the plane. And all the wrappers that I stuffed in my pocket fell in the aisles. Was cool.
Dude, Also, I hate that airport. Las Vegas Harrogate Airport. At least the side of the airport that we were on.
So hot.
Oh my! It was like 10 degrees.
It was humid.
It was cooler outside than it was inside.
It was humid. It was sweaty. It was hot. It was icky, bro.
Hey, I will say, transitioning into if you're deciding to go to a regional, I want to make a regional survival guide. I think that'd be very helpful for people. Yes. Because you know what I pulled up with every day? Deodorant.
Yep.
I pulled up with an extra shirt. Your boy,
smart.
I never told y'all this, but I had a pair of extra undies in my bag.
Hey,
just
you
in
never
case.
know. You never know.
You never know. And you know what? All those things together, man.
The cologne.
The cologne.
My cologne.
You gotta smell fresh. You gotta smell fresh. Don't smell stinky.
One thing. I mean, of course, you probably won't need this unless you wear glasses like me. Lens cleaners.
Yeah.
Lens cleaners would have been so clutch to have while we were there.
Yeah.
Well, also small things like a rubber band.
Rubber bands.
I have rubber bands in my pack.
Bring an extra deck box, extra sleeves. We kept leaving with, I think every day we left with something. And I was just like, I have nowhere to put this. So I'm just shoving cards into bags. I'm just like, well, this feels bad, but I got to do it.
It's the only way. It's like they got to go somewhere.
Last thing. And I forgot about it the first 2 days. I didn't think I was going to need it. It was freezing in there. You never know. Bring a jacket just in case.
In your bag, or maybe an extra. I mean, I like bringing the extra pair of socks because if they're long socks, you can just then help out a little bit. So if it's your first time thinking about going to a regional or any convention, this is just general convention advice, honestly. Like, if you prepare ahead of time, you can save yourself like really uncomfortable moments, and that really makes or breaks the experience. Have cash on you.
Yes.
Like at least $100 to $200.
I was gonna say. I know we were just talking about having to pinch pennies if you need to go to these events. With that being said, I think if you're wanting to buy product and you're wanting to participate in side events and you're wanting to bring something home with you. I mean, even if it's just one thing, and again, if you're farming ODEs, I would say you need to bring an additional anywhere from $500 to $700, depending on if you're buying product.
Yeah.
If you're participating in ODEs for or specifically metal cards, et cetera, it's just nice to have that extra cash.
Hey, you said it first. Metal cards. I think Riftbound now is at its state where we're in the middle of the second set. Third set is on the horizon. We just had a sneak peek at the new runes, which we'll talk about in a minute. But let's talk about metal cards. We very briefly mentioned it on the pod before we left, right? Which was be respectful. Don't make people's lives harder. They're working a job. They're here for our experience. And I will say this. I don't feel like people did that.
No, not at all.
I feel like what upsets me a little bit is that the people who are running these events, they're there, like they get paid, right? So okay, they get paid, but they don't get paid like hella.
No, not at all. It's like basically a little bit above a minimum wage job, more or less.
Yeah, and I think what I think was upsetting for a lot of people. Imagine being like, you know what? I'm gonna go to my first qualifier. I'm gonna leave with Metal Jinx because Jinx is my favorite character, and then day one, or you know what? We'll just share the experience. Day one, we're there. We record a little bit. We do our thing. We integrate ourselves, get ourselves, because we didn't start playing ODEs until at least the first 4 hours.
It was like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock by the time we started.
We started fairly late, and we did our ODEs, which was the 2v2. We did 2v2s,
where we were all pulling together.
Where we were pulling our tickets together, because I'm gonna be real with you, man. I was gonna get you Ari. Like that was my thing. I was like, I wanted plated Legend Ezreal, right?
Yeah,
But I don't care. I don't need a metal card,
Same,
right?
exactly,
But I know this fool over here has been since Houston has been dying for that card. So as soon as we get the tickets, beeline straight for the prize wall. We get to the prize wall. I'm like, one metal Ari, please.
Yep.
And you know what they pulled out? They pulled out a list, and the only card scratched out was Pinche Ari.
Yep.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, I have a lot of mixed feelings on the whole metal card experience this time around. Obviously, 40 tickets, that's a lot of tickets. It was only 10 last time in Houston, if you were at Houston. The Star Armor is 40. That's a lot of tickets. And the issue, one of the other issues, they didn't have a cooldown per day like they did in Houston. Houston was 15 per day. Once that 15 was sold out, sorry, come back tomorrow. They sold them all out day one.
Within 8 hours.
I'm going to have to agree and disagree. I think them not limiting it on to specific per days was good in the safety perspective of it.
Sure.
Because you got to think all those people that showed up 4, 3, 2 in the morning to get in, to get those cards. It still happened.
Yeah.
I mean, for the remaining metal cards. I do think they did a little bit better day 2. They started adding hour cooldowns on the ODEs. You had to sit and play the game, which if you weren't already doing that, you should have been doing. It's not that difficult. And it's also like you got to think about it. Just hang out with your buddies while you're playing the game. It's really that simple.
I can see, like, from the perspective of, I believe his name is Sherman, and Sherman on the Riot team is specifically in charge of like the experience at organized play. Okay. I could be wrong or right.
Yeah.
If they watch this, I apologize if I'm wrong. But experience-wise, I could see the intent. Hey, players are going to come, ideally with a group of friends.
Yeah.
Or they're going to meet new people and have a good time playing Riftbound. And guess what? They're all going to get rewarded, and they can all go ahead and play a bunch. And when you play a bunch, you're rewarded with something really cool. So to have people cheat that system.
That's the issue, is that they weren't playing. Nobody, I'm not going to say nobody, but a lot of people that were farming, they weren't playing the game. They were coming in with their decks that
pods.
You want, their pods, you win instantly, or they immediately scoop. And I had a couple people in mind that were like, oh, I don't know why they're yelling at us. IDing and conceding is part of the rules.
Well, imagine, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Imagine being somebody who's going solo.
Yeah, just to have fun.
Just to have fun, and then to get in a pod and be like, we all splitting?
Yeah, we're splitting, right? Dude, that happened to me probably 4 or 5 times.
So here's what I have to say about it. A lot of people were going in groups of 8, which I understand. But there was a lot of people, like you guys said, that did not have a full group of 8. They were 1 to 2 people or 1 to 4 people, whatever amount that they had, right? And it would hold up the line, people behind these smaller groups not wanting to break off into their groups because it reduced their tickets, which I think started we're splitting tickets, right? We're splitting tickets, right? Really? I mean, I don't think that's fair. I think you should, yes, we did try to play with a pod, like our pod, but I think one thing...
We played.
Yeah, thing...
We played the game.
We were playing the game, and one thing I respected is none of us cared when we got split up. It was, hey, we're going to get split up into this group? Cool.
Oh.
And I know at one point we had one guy join us and said, we're splitting, right? And I was almost tempted to say, well, let's just play it and see how it goes. But it was fair to make sure everybody left with something. That's what I think is okay with the splitting part. But I don't think it's the don't play the game aspect. I think it's the, hey, you said you needed some tickets. I know that's what we're here for as well. We're trying to get the metal card as well. I mean, it's a little bit different for me because I want to keep mine. I know a lot of people were just turning and burning. They were getting the metal cards, selling them to the vendors, going right back into it, which
immediate. It was like boom, boom, boom.
And Riot, if you want to take any feedback from me personally, I think you should tell the vendors they are not allowed to purchase any metal cards there. And
sorry.
No, go for it.
Speaking of there, I heard they were browsing Facebook Marketplace to see people selling tickets. On Facebook,
that's smart.
Selling, like, hey, that.
So also speaking of the vendors having metal cards, again, they didn't do anything wrong.
No.
It's well within their right. I counted how many metal cards at the end of day 3 these vendors had, and this was obviously after they probably sold some. I counted over 80. 80 of the metal cards that were won at that event ended up in the vendors' hands. And again, they didn't do anything wrong, but they gamified the system for a little bit of a profit. The players, that is. It's sad. I get it. Make your dollar. You got to pay for the trip. It's nice, but it kind of ruins the spirit of it.
Well, also, the experience is not just a player experience. You could see very clearly the judges are freaking pressed.
Oh, yeah.
And, that is a stressful thing to do. And to be, not being paid like hella, and you're there, too, as a lover of the game, right?
Yep.
You're judging for the game. Mm-hmm.
It takes a special kind of person to judge a game you enjoy so much. I have the hardest time with that because I see people playing and they're having so much fun. I'm like, man, I wish I was in there right now. But you know what? It's also a part of you that, you enjoy the game so much, you want others to enjoy the game. Yeah. It's, man, I wish I could play right now.
Want to protect it.
Yeah, exactly.
I want it to feed and grow.
Yeah, after I think it was like the second or third time I was in line. We were probably like 2 or 3 hours deep into the convention at one point. And one of the head judges, it might have even been a staff, comes up and says, hey guys, like everyone in line, heads up, you have to play the game. If you're not going to play the game, if you're going to sit down and scoop, we're going to ban you. We're going to disqualify you from everything. And that's the last thing that you want to happen to you, because I'm sure that flags your account in some way where, who knows, you might get banned from Nexus nights. You might get banned like everywhere.
Speaking of, I heard of players that were like, if your game got flagged, they were going to look into it. I heard if you were selling tickets, I heard if you were buying tickets, apparently players are going to, in the future, maybe get blacklisted from ODEs, potentially.
I traded Ezreal for 2 tickets because we were, so check this out. This is so funny. So we were playing with somebody the person we were on the plane with.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention names.
Yeah.
Y'all know if you watch this. Anyways, I saw them and they were at the back of the ODE line and we only had a pot of 5, right? Mm-hmm. Or a pot of 6. We needed 2 more.
We needed 2 more.
And I saw them. I was like,
come join us.
Come on. And they were like, hello. And I was like, 2, right? And we figured it out with hand signs. They came. We had a good time. We played the game. By the way, Ari Ezreal.
Yeah, we popped off.
We popped off, bro.
Okay,
I'm just saying. Hey, but so the only thing that person wanted was a pin.
Yeah.
A pin to commemorate the Las Vegas Regional. That was coincidentally the last thing we needed to do to get our medal card. So my dumbass, I stuff all my tickets in my pocket. And I'm like, I have the exact amount.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is another piece of feedback for ODEs. Everyone needs to leave with 1 ticket. I agree. There should never be a scenario where you leave with 0 tickets.
Completely agree.
Because, hey, Ari Ezreal, shit, you know what I mean? But when they left with nothing, they were like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to play more. You know what I mean?
What were they going to? They were going to a big event that was going to last a long time.
It was a sealed box event.
Box event, yeah.
And they ran out of pins. Not that day, but they ran out at the end.
Wow.
So, you know what I did? I gave them 2 tickets.
Wow.
I said, here you go. And then I didn't realize that, but then I counted my tickets and I was too short.
No way.
I was too short. And I was like,
that feels so
I was
sad.
like, there's no way. So there was a guy behind me. I was like, hey, are you looking for any cards? Like, I'll trade you for tickets. Yeah. They saw the Ezreal, traded for 2 tickets, made it happen. I get to the prize wall. I take the tickets in my pocket. I was 2 over. I didn't actually need them.
Oh, man.
And so at that moment, I was like, we need to do something Summoners Weekly style to fix this. At least impact it in some way, shape, or form. So, first off, we left a misfortune.
If you got that misfortune, let us know.
Yeah, no. If they watch, they posted it on the. I have a photo. Mm-hmm. I might not post it here. Maybe I'll post it on the Twitter. But there were multiple times we went up to that prize wall and we checked in on them. We were like, hey, how are you doing? Because it's stressful, right? And so we go to check in on them, and we're like, hey, if anyone comes up and doesn't get something they want, give them this card. And so we give them the alternate misfortune captain. And come the second day, was it the second or third? It might have been the third. One of those. We played more ODEs. We were going to try to get another medal card, but
none of us ended up really wanting another one.
Yeah, I kind of gave up on it. I was like, I'd rather like enjoy my time than like farm. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I did. Yeah.
And so we took our 6 tickets and we went to the prize wall, and I said, hey, if somebody comes and you can tell they really want the card and they're short, here's 6 bonus tickets for y'all to use.
That's a lot of money. I mean, everything has monetary value, right? But that was a lot.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, like,
it's experience.
Better than selling it.
It's better than selling it. We gave them into the pool, and I said, if someone's short for like 1 or 2 for something they want, put this towards them.
That's awesome,
right? And so we did that, and we checked in with them. And then they got rid of those tickets.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was all gone. Just, that system has a lot of gaps.
So many.
But I could see the intent.
A lot better than Houston.
It was way better. It was
so streamlined. The flags.
The flags are so good.
With the tickets that say, hey, take your... when you purchased a side event, you got a ticket to go to the flag. you gave the flag or that you gave the ticket to the judge there. Lot more streamlined this time, not as confusing.
Yeah.
And really the only thing slowing down those lines were people not wanting to break up their groups.
There's a couple things. Yes. Shouts out to PPG for this time around. PPG did amazing hosting this event.
I just want to say big shout out to the two judges. I'm going to drop them by name. Jackson, who I remember from Houston. Originally, he was working the ticket system of getting into ODAs. Promoted a judge, so congratulations, Jackson. And then my second GOAT, Juan Manuel, he was getting the rep from all players, from what I heard, as the good judge.
Ooh.
So I just want to say huge shout out to him. I also met him in Houston. Really cool guy. He got promoted from judge to head judge, which I think really shows his character. So again, really big thanks to them. And I just want to say, I mean, I know we said it a lot. We thanked everybody as we were leaving, but thank you to the staff, to the judges, to PPG, to everybody that was involved.
Triple
Riot.
Point PR, Eric.
Yeah.
Yep.
To everybody involved that made it happen.
You can tell that they took the feedback from Houston.
Oh, yeah.
To heart.
100%.
They they definitely took the feedback from Houston, and they're attempting to innovate on it.
Speaking of which, I got to speak with Jeff, one of the Riot Games workers. I believe a part of the Riftbound team, and me and him were having a conversation about what do you want to see that we're not already doing at these events. So I told him that I would come back with that question. I kind of told him what I kind of expected, but I want to poll you guys.
Yeah.
What do you think, if you have been to a qualifier or have seen, some streams or anything of them, what do y'all think is missing? And it's less the card playing aspect. Jeff is looking for something that is the community. What can make you feel more seen? He thinks talked about was like a trade night or a trade hour.
Ooh, yeah.
Or like an after party or something like that. I mean, I don't know about Shaw. We're in San Antonio. We have this really big event called San Japan in October, and they do like this kind of after party thing. They have different like events happening, like different expos happening at the same time. And I think that's something we could enjoy. I mean, of course, we weren't in reveal season yet, but I mean, having a live screen with reveals would be cool.
You know what I'd love to see? You can get product in the hand of people and have a grand time. Pack battle night. You make pods, and you just buy packs. You're buying product this way, but anyone who wins your pack battle can get something special.
Yeah, I think something like that, but like maybe like a community night. Just one of the days, maybe like the first day, you block out a 3-hour section of just come, have fun, talk to some of the devs, just hang out, crack some packs, play some casual games, do some giveaways, kind of like Super Nexus Night did, where it was just very casual, very laid back, but more free flow, more free form. Just come over, just have fun, talk to like-minded people. Maybe have an area for 1v1s,
maybe
pack battles.
Maybe a Summoner's Weekly. I
was gonna say,
like live pre-show or post-show.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
What I think would be kind of interesting to see. I mean, how they had the card slinging. Almost kind of do it on like a mass scale, not just with Riot, but with maybe some other content creators.
Imagine going against the Cedric's Echo. Shoot. And he's playing like
shout out to all three of the cosplayers. It was
there was more, but the three that we
interacted with. Shout out to all the cosplayers that went, but all three of them were just so great.
Yeah, hearts of gold.
Oh,
every single one of them. I remember Echo comes in, or he was dressed as Lucian the first day, and he came in, and I was like, dude, you look great. Is this PVA? Is this resin?
Yeah.
Like, I was admiring his cosplay. He was like, oh, we chatted it up. And he was like, should I do Echo? Or there was another option for something the next day. I said, bro, you got to go Echo. His Echo looks so good.
He was so cool.
Yeah, you can tell the amount of time, dedication that all of them, every single person who could cosplay, put in. And there definitely should be maybe like a cosplay competition.
There you go.
That's exactly what the community needs. Yep.
I'll allow it to have it during the community night. We'll do the community night, and the cosplay will be like part of it.
Maybe winner of the cosplay comp with a case.
Hey,
who you going as?
I was gonna say, for Sunday, the event does cut early.
Yeah.
So it would be cool. Of course, it costs money. That happens with things. Maybe Riot gets a separate venue for like an after party / community night, like we're talking about, where we have these things. I mean, if you entered and were at the event, it's like a free entry event. And you know what I would say? I mean, it might get a little bit crazy. I would say with the passes, you get free entry in, but I would say also let people in that maybe you didn't get a chance to go to that after party as like an extra bonus side event to really get the whole community there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think anything just getting the community, just like talking to each other a little bit more. Like, don't get me wrong, like obviously that's what it
that's what the RQ was, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what it is, right? But just something a little bit more casual, more laid back, because I know the average person is afraid to play in the RQ, right? Like the average Joe Schmo Riftbound player doesn't
That's
want
what
to
the
play.
ODEs are there for, man.
Sure.
Hey,
But also,
I just want to say, like, when you go to the side events, you sit across from freaking Tectone, and he takes like all of his side events. I think he lost what, 2 games
the entire time. Yeah, he walked away with more medals than I would like.
He's a beast.
Yeah,
that is a scary thing to do.
I found it funny that they cut him off from doing events for a while because he won back-to-back the 2 competitive 2v2s, and that gave him enough tickets to get 2 medals immediately.
Yeah. But anyway, I think to fix some of the issues in regards to the ODEs and the ticket situation, there's a couple things that I have to suggest to Riot. If you're listening, which I talked to Diana a little bit. She says she does know and she does listen to Summoners Weekly, so she's probably watching this episode. But shout out Diana again.
My go.
I can never stop giving her praise. She's so cool. But for one, make the tickets digital. Assign them to your UVS or Riot account. Stops all the selling, stops all the nonsense, stops all the... I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was a couple dozen people walking around the convention center. That's all they do. Hey, you got any tickets to sell? Hey, you got tickets for sale.
Hey, you want to buy these tickets?
Yeah, no, literally. Dozens of people actually go to these, and that's all they do. They don't play the game. They go to these to wheel and deal.
Legit, we walked outside. I think it was day 1 or day 2. And this guy stops up. He goes,
"You want to buy some tickets?
You want to buy some tickets?" And he looks down at our badges and goes, "Oh, you're press. Never mind," and walks away.
Yeah,
like what?
I use the word spirit a lot. It just ruins the spirit of the
Spirit Forge.
It ruins the Spirit Forge. It ruins just the spirit of like playing the games to get your tickets. It turns it into who has the most money, who has the most amount of friends to spam ODEs with. So yeah, make them digital. Time to your account. I understand like there is a sort of
there is a tech situation to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, with as much stuff that went into this one and how much it's already developed over time, I think it's even easier of a system. I mean, you got to think about the device ratio, about what they got to give certain judges. But I mean, if they're only giving the head judges and they have a scorekeeper and all that kind of stuff. So if they're giving it just depends on the turnaround rate from the score sheet to scorekeeper input to ticket ratio. If you can streamline, and I don't know what kind of testing goes into that, but if you can streamline that process of getting the score paper, turning it in, and turning it into tickets back to the player, I think digital tickets is absolutely a perfect idea.
I agree.
And I know tickets typically don't roll over to the next event, but
buy them.
I would say if they're digital and they're not sellable and all that kind of stuff, maybe reduce it by 50% and say, here, this is what will roll over to the next event.
Exactly.
Also, something that will streamline is if you do that, I mean, what's stopping the next level of play in the hands of public players at these store events? I mean, at summer skirmishes, you could reward players. I mean, of course, first place gets the round 1 bye in the main event, but maybe that round 1 player doesn't get tickets to compete. Give them tickets. Or second, third place gets tickets. Potentially, it's something that could happen.
I mean, I know GameStop used to do this with like their power-up rewards.
Rewards. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like you could have like a reward site for like Riftbound prize wall stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's something that's huge. And I think that's something
oh my! You just blew my mind. And it doesn't even have to be anything crazy.
Yeah, sure, exactly.
Like metal cards or like that. But like how they have the oversized battlefields. Great way to get into the hands of the community.
Or a Riftbound jacket.
Or stop. God, you messed me up. Pins. Hey, by the way, I lost my Houston pin. Somebody can try to get that back to me. Please let me know.
Yeah, there's so many options, so many avenues for Riot to like really innovate and just change up the system a little bit because
a Nexus Night prize wall or something of that sort on Riot That would change the game of TCG.
And not only that, it just promotes people to go their skirmishes and their Nexus nights more, which I don't think they necessarily need, but especially for like smaller cities that like maybe don't have like the turnouts that like they really want to. Again, get those people in those seats.
Hey, showing up one ticket towards something in like this imaginable digital wall, prize wall, could be also a great way to get product in the hands of people.
That's it. Players too.
Yep.
Just get product in the hands of players.
And when I could see coveted collectibles, alt arts of cards.
That's how I was gonna say. Yeah.
Stamped cards.
Alt art tokens.
Yeah.
500 tickets on Nexus Night stamped Teemo. Not GGs, just Teemo.
I want that 1/4 scale Teemo they had for sale. Did you see the big boy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw him. I was like, imagine like buying one of those and being like, oh, here's your box. It's like, I know they held them. They could hold them for you, but man, like, how do you get that back home?
Yeah. Good luck.
If you flew, good.
GG.
Can I check my 1/4 scale Teemo, please?
Just this.
Hey, someone did it.
Oh yeah.
Someone did it, unless they shipped that boy back. But
yeah. But again, just talking about ODEs. Again, no splitting up. Splitting up groups. The first, if you need 8 people, the first 8 people in line, we're bringing you in. Because the amount of times that slowed down getting people into those seats was astronomical. I can only see what I saw. The people that were in line, this probably happened about 6 or 7 times that I was standing in line. It's like, okay, we have 5 people here. We need 3 more. And it's a pot of 8. It's a pot of 8. It's a pot of 8. Yep. So they have to go walk down this line to find 3 people to actually get in and start it, because they're not going to start the next pot of 8 after those 5 people
you
start.
Reward it. True solo queue, more tickets.
Ooh.
Wait, better yet,
duo queue.
Give the judges an honorary ticket to pass out to people that
most honorable.
Yeah. That miss our most honorable ticket. Yes, I agree with that for the players in the FFA, but I really think.
Well, the honored ticket is in there. Every pod got an honored
for
ticket
the
to give to
FFA.
someone.
Yeah. But I'm saying like
make it a judge one.
Like for people that are really going above and beyond, you should be like, hey, I really appreciate you stepping up and splitting away from your group. Here's 1 additional ticket for you. Thank you so much. Like, I mean, it shouldn't have to be rewarded to do something that should be normalized.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But
for those really hard-headed people,
bro, it slowed down getting into games so significantly. It was actually becoming a problem. I was in line for probably 30 to 40 minutes longer than I should have been for one game because we couldn't find us 2 people.
I also just want to go back to your digitalized version of this really quick.
That's a good idea,
because it is really a great idea. I mean, technology is so great, except when it's not.
Except when we have to QA everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, I have to make sure, what happens when your phone dies? What happens if I forgot my password to my Riot account? My metal card. So there's, I see both things.
There is issues of it, but imagine how easy, because like I know the judges were having issues where it's like, hey, the what's it called didn't y'all are still sending people over here. The line's too full. We need to slow that down. What's stopping them from just saying button click? Hey, stop firing this event for this long. Bleep. Hey, the line cleared up. We're gonna start selling more tickets again.
Like a stoplight.
Yeah.
Like a stoplight system that they have like on the actual registration desk. Hey, we can't put any more in this right now. You can give it a pause. Suggest they go to something else.
I definitely think they do need to have some kind of like visual for people to see like clearly, because it stinks when you don't see that. What's up?
Sorry, I'm gonna have to cut this out. Test. Okay, it is working.
No, that's him.
That's him. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's residual.
I was gonna say I was freaking out.
Don't worry about it. I got you. This shit ain't nothing to me.
All right, leave it in, I guess.
All right, transitioning from the ODE events, right? Let's talk about general. Like, I want to talk about what we did at the event, what we got to do. Because I mean, you can watch some of what we did, and there's more coming out. But I want to talk about what we specifically did there. I went with one or 2 goals. Well, 3 goals. There was the goal as press, which was when I was watching Bologna. I wanted more.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to see what people were doing. I wanted to see what the vibe was. I wanted to see things happening because I'm excited about the game. I love the game, right? Yep. But there wasn't enough of it.
There's also nobody making content for it either. And there's like nothing.
I know it's encouraged, which is why I reached out. But when I found out that the amount of people that's why I did it every day. I was like, if you're watching this and you're obsessed, and you want to watch it, it's on the channel. You can watch it. So to be able to do that and to give the community who wasn't able to attend or fly to Las Vegas to see how the vibe was and to see what was going on, that was my first goal. My second goal was to get plated Legend Israel, was to get you actually Ari. But since that didn't end up panning out, we got plated Legend Israel.
No, he looked at me, he goes, dude, I was really trying to get you the Ari. I was like, okay, but we have tickets for your Ezreal, so get it. He's like, but. I was like, JD, if you don't get this medal, Ezreal, I'm going to choke you out in front of this prize wall right now.
I was really sad. I was like, damn it. Like, I was really trying to get you that Ari so that you just didn't have to worry about it. But you're going to get best of.
We're going to get best of in Atlanta and the plated Legend. I'm getting both. Just you wait.
Yeah, number 3 was to just connect with the people who were there. I can't express, and if you watched our day 1 video, you'll know that, we talked about our interactions with the community. I mentioned I cried. It was for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah.
Right? Really miss my sister. So because of that, I just know she would be proud of everything we did. And I want you to know if you're there, if you're somebody, who is this?
I was about to shout him out.
Oh, okay. I just want to mention that, every person who came up, whether if it was for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a couple minutes, to say that, like, hey, you listen, you care, and we're your Mondays, I can't express to you how much that fuels me to do more and to do as best as I can for the Riftbound community and for the Summoners Weekly community specifically.
You should have seen, or you can even ask JD, you should have seen me every single time we had somebody come up. JD would look back at me, and and guys, it was a lot. Like, I will not lie. It was fun work, but we were working hard trying to get it and get y'all that content.
Good content, by the way. Because it could have been booty.
And, I would get down in those energy slumps. I'd chug probably at least 6 to 7 Red Bulls or Monsters. And every single time I was getting in that slump, somebody would come up and say just, hey, thank you guys, you're Summoners, or hey, you're Summoners Weekly, or I watch your content. And just the energy in me just refreshed. I just got a reboot, and I was just ready to go, ready to shoot more content, ready to go hang out with more people and get to talk to more people. It really meant a lot to me. I know it meant a lot to JD. I don't know. Did anybody come up to you at all? I heard you said a few people.
More than I thought was going to happen. Literally more than I thought. It was very surprising.
Even now, I'm feeling my nerves shoot up and get energy. Just from getting it. And I just want to shout him out really quick because he was the first person to come up and ask us for a photo, which I thought was crazy. I was like,
my ugly ass?
Who would want a picture with me or JD? But shout out Jeremiah. He sent his friend in that first or second day to get that Ari for him.
Yeah, we had the Ari. We didn't really hide them. We just put them somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we watched them because we were doing prize wall stuff that day. We were at the prize wall watching people come in, and then we just see someone.
I was saying that dude sprinting over there. Was the first time he got it. That was really cute.
That was really cool.
I love that you guys did stuff like that. That stuff is really fun, like little mini scavenger hunts for the community.
And it's crazy too because I think about it. I'm like, oh, we're not that crazy big. Who'd want a card signed by me and JD? Like, who want that?
Hey, it's 1,000 watch. It's like a $30 card.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, hopefully that wasn't the reason they wanted it.
Yeah, but sure.
But he'd be like, "Hey, can I trade this in?"
Yeah, right.
No,
I think I saw it at the back.
That's one and a half prize wall tickets right there.
Who wants to buy this slot? Yeah. So, anyways, that was my 3 goals going in. Caleb, what were some of the things your takeaways, like your personal takeaways from the event?
There was so much. I was trying to find the guy that found the 1,000 so I could shut him out. But shout out to the guy that found the 1,000 I can't remember your name at the moment. I apologize. Honestly, I had such a great time, not just at the RQ, but in Vegas as a whole. I got to shout out JD. JD made sure he planned the whole itinerary for us and our big group that we were with. And I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much if JD didn't do that. Secondly, I was able to sell Sigari.
Ooh,
and
it's gone.
And at that, pretty good. I was happy with it, and You know, I sat there.
Remember when you were gonna be like, I'm cool with like what was it like $1,500, right? You were like, I think I can get that if I trade it in. I was like, don't trade that card in.
And no, yeah, literally. I sat there. I looked at it. I looked at the cash they set on the table.
It becomes a whole new game.
And I was just like,
once the cash is in front of you, it's like,
show me the money.
I was like, I'm so glad to have this because it's just gonna go right back into the Riftbound event.
Yep.
But also at the same time, it was a little there's a little sting in there. I was like
a little bit bittersweet.
I was like, my first ever. That was probably the biggest card I've ever pulled in my TCG. It might be for the longest time, and it was a card that I really wanted and favored for a long time as well. And I still favor Ari and all that kind of stuff. But,
hey, but $2,400. That's
it speaks to you like a demon, bro. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, for good reason, right? Like you probably want to use it towards getting more product. You know.
I did.
You definitely did.
Walked right over to the merch wall.
I did. They're like, sorry, we don't take cash. I was like,
no. I mean, we enjoyed the casinos a bit. That was fun. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Guys,
I think you have to
comment down below if I should have put all 2,400 on black.
No. One of my buddies, he went into one of the casinos and he just had a couple $100. He put it all in black and lost. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. Kids don't gamble.
I will say I was playing roulette. I love roulette, man. I bet on green, and it hit on green, and I was like, oh. And then my little sister and my wife are right next to me, and my wife is not privy to gambling at all.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, they put a bunch of chips, and they're like, where'd those come from? I was like, oh, I bet on green, and I won.
That's crazy.
And then my little sister was like, all right, quit, you're up.
Yep.
And I was like, boop. And we won again, and she was like, quit.
No.
And then I was like,
let it ride.
I was like, all right, we'll quit.
I was up like $400 at one point, and I walked out with zero. Oh. You know, I lost like $400, but you know, it was for the fun, especially when you're with friends. Again, just the biggest thing about Riftbound is just we're friends.
I will say one of the things that we got to share with Shinya and a couple other buddies was the Gordon Ramsay steak restaurant.
I dreamt about it the first night, by the way. I went home and slept in the B&B. I dreamt about it.
I was dreaming about it multiple days. When we came back, the menu was still loaded on my computer because I was like, I want to be sure of what I'm doing because the prices were insane.
And
bro.
you know what's crazy? We weren't even ready when we sat down. We let as Shinya said that night, I'm gonna let it speak to me.
Yep. Just look at the menu and whatever pops out.
Not even that. For me, what did it for me is when they brought out all the meats on mirrored plates so you can see all of them.
Right smack dab in the middle, and we'll show this in the vlog, was a 38-ounce tomahawk ribeye.
And if you want to see what that looks like,
if you want to see this man,
I devoured it.
Packed 38 ounces of meat in his face.
I don't know where it went. I don't know where this man is a machine.
I was focusing on my meal, just occasionally looking over, and I'd be like, "How's he doing?"
He's throwing it. No, it was funny because I quite literally remember at one point I ate about a third of it, like a third, maybe half of it, in like the first 10, 15 minutes of me having it. And JD was eating his food. He was mid-bite. He looked down at my plate and looked back at me, and he was like,
yeah, it was crazy.
My favorite part was when you pulled the bone up. And it was just this big bone right to the bone. Man's.
And then he took it home. And then he took it home.
I did take it home. I buried it somewhere in Vegas. If you find it,
it's with a Riftbound card.
It's actually with the Sigari.
Oh no.
And anyways, just fun experiences with friends, and I think that's what it's about, right? Is like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know,
it all comes back to Riftbound, baby. That's
ultimately like the card. I love the card game. Don't get me wrong, but ultimately it's all about the friends and the relationships you get and the memories. Again, that's a trip I will never forget. That trip. I've never been to Vegas. It was my first time with some good people, some good card games. And again, Riftbound was just a proxy to get us there, right? It was just the thing that got us out and being friends and having the same interests and things like that. So, the community.
Shout out to the people who designed this beautiful game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Speaking of people who designed this beautiful game, we're in the press room, and we're just sitting there. I'm like, all right, cool. I made sure I was like, because my little sister, my wife, and my brother-in-law were helping us with camera stuff, taking photos, stuff that Caleb and I couldn't be doing because we were doing other things. I was like, hey, like, this is what's up. I want to make sure you have a break. So go, let's just take.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was during just like our chill break time.
Yeah, so we're in the back just chilling. In walks Changren.
What?
And Changren just walks in, and he comes right up to the couches we're sitting at, and I'm like, Changren, and inside I'm like, I need this guy to sign my GG Easy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
How can I get this into the conversation? I was like, we need to do this. But first, I thanked him for making such a beautiful game.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, because of you doing this, you've unlocked a new chapter in our lives, and like this, we have 1.6K subs. It's a baby channel.
Yeah.
But I can tell you right now, the channel and the community we have here is strong.
Oh yeah, dude. The amount of energy, again, like I was saying, the amount of energy from people I got up of saying, "Hey, you're on Summoners Weekly, like you're the Couch Boys." I'm like, yeah, oh yeah,
The Couch Boys. And
Couch
then like,
Boys.
so I'm talking to Changren, and I'm like, dude, I was out of TCG. I basically gave him the whole spiel.
Yeah.
You've heard it here on the podcast before, and you could tell. There's actually one phrase we brought it up on a podcast before. Because of course, we wanted to ask him like, blah blah blah. Hey, when's this coming? What's up? What's this look like in the future? And we're not going to reveal anything that we're not allowed to reveal, right? But there's one line he said, and this line I think is
Dave. You know what's crazy too? Dave said it too.
so they're coded, right?
Okay.
Like they're aligned. You know what the line is?
I have to hear it. I actually don't know what it is.
I think I posted it on my Instagram notes one day.
It's not a matter of if.
When?
It's a matter of when.
I remember the question you asked him now too. I think you briefly told me, but I don't remember hearing that. But okay.
And because obviously I asked Changren, I was like, Changren, I'd love an arcane set, like an arcane subset, like an extra booster from One Piece that's just all arcane art. And he was like, yeah, the pipelines for these things, they take a long time for quality, for making sure everything's working correctly. But it's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. And I was like, internally, I'm like, give it to me now, right? But that's so beautiful to think that the production, like,
There's so much.
If you are not bullish on Riftbound, or if you are not playing right now, we have years of pipeline already in the works.
I mean, I think this is a perfect time to bring him up. We were at dinner. And it was
shout out to my wife.
Such a coincidence too, because I mean, Julia, your wife, chose where we were going for dinner that night. We just so happened to be there, and people we recognized from the event were there. We said, "Hey, what's up?" As they were walking by, they sit down. We're actually mid eating our food. I think I have like half a burger in my mouth, and somebody comes up. He's like, "Hey, y'all are Summers Weekly, right?" And I go, with this burger in my mouth. I take a big gulp. And JD's like, yeah, that's us. He's like, I'm actually with UVS Marketing. Damien, he's like, I would really like to connect with y'all when y'all get the chance.
That's crazy.
And it was just like, it was insane. And the very next day, I reached out to him. We were able to talk to him briefly for a little bit. And let me tell you guys, I think Damien is
the man for the job.
He's the man for it. He was telling us about some of his background and where he started at and all that kind of stuff.
What stuck out to me the most was how he got his position.
Yeah.
And I hope he doesn't care that we share this. It's nothing too crazy. He said the reason he got his job was because he was smashing locals. He was going to Nexus Nights.
Amazing.
He was going to Nexus Nights and skirmishes, and that was why they picked him, because he cares that much.
Okay.
So you can tell Riot and UVS, while maybe in the beginning people were skeptical about the partnership, they are working on making this they're continuously innovating to create the experience that Riftbound deserves.
And like you said, it's like that pipeline. Damien, I mean, he's working on the open play side of helping the community grow and what the community wants to expect and stuff like that. And he said they're planning for like a year out, which is insane. That I'm just so glad that this game is going to be around for a long time. Really, I think it's going to be here for the next couple of years.
Yeah, and if you're not playing, if you're not getting into it now, is probably we're gonna say this at any time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But now is the time to start.
It's gonna be 3 years, 4 years down the road. You're gonna be watching this channel, we're gonna every time we will go back to this snippet. I'll link it in every single video to make sure.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you're that type of person when something like you get into something that's like a little bit old. Like for me, like I got into Magic like 30 years late. Like I only got into Magic like 2-3 years ago. I love going back and watching old videos and just seeing like what like the temperature was.
The
like,
vibe was.
what are people saying about the game? How do people feel about it? To me, the same thing with like these podcasts. But speaking of a year later, sneaks are in 2 weeks, right? March
previews for Unleashed
16th?
start in March 18th.
18th. We're less than 2 weeks out from sneaks for Vendetta.
Well, we already got some for Unleashed.
Excuse
And
me.
we already got
Unleashed.
some. If you watch the finals, which again, there's so much to talk about. Like we're what are we, like an hour, almost an hour in?
Are we really an hour in?
Yeah, we're an hour in.
No way.
Yeah. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. So we saw our first previews for I think the alt art,
The runes.
Yeah.
All right, favorite
Hey,
one.
the scuttle, bro.
The scuttle.
Okay,
The chaos. Right.
if I had to pick one, the chaos.
I said it when we were sitting down. We saw that live. That was an amazing thing, by the way. Seeing them live, chaos as well.
It almost felt like the Super Bowl. This was my Super Bowl, was watching this RQ. But I love the chaos one. So I'm gonna have to say the order rune.
Really?
It's
The statue,
cool.
right?
It's
Yeah,
so
it is
cool.
Okay,
cool.
maybe I'll change mine to the calm rune because the green one goes hard.
It does
so
go hard,
the
yeah.
green one goes hard.
Time Rift or Rift Warp, I think it was, or Riot Warp. They said that they were giving 30 days to create the art for those. They said that they spent 29 on the calm rune.
That's insane.
Wow, that's insane. But that chaos rune just looks. I'm right there with
The
you.
swirl, the swirl does
swirl,
it.
I think the scuttle, like the swirl's cool, but the scuttle, just the little scuttle
Well,
in
on
the
the
corner.
body rune, isn't the body rune on the gromp? Is what it looks like.
Oh, is it?
It looks like it is.
I need to look at
Because
it
there's a bunch of
closer.
mushrooms on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so we got our first glimpse of Unleashed. Okay, we saw Baron already in artwork. We saw Scuttle in the rune.
Ooh,
What's
some
next?
jungle camps.
If you're
Jungle
watching
camps.
this, please, what we would do to share with our community a spoiler, will it into existence? Please.
I think you guys will get one. I don't see any reason not.
I would love to reveal a card.
Yeah,
from,
getting a
even
sneak.
if it's not Unleashed, just having that experience. And Eric talked about it. He said he revealed a card. And shout out Eric on the Riot team.
Yep.
Was really great to us this
Triple
past
point.
weekend. One more time.
He was part of Triple Point. Yeah. Anyways, they're like this. So.
But he got to reveal a card, and I was thinking about that. I was like, how cool would that be to be like initiated with that? Like
the
you're-
honor. The
it's like
honor.
getting knighted.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You may.
Even if it's a common card, even if it's just like nothing,
yeah.
like a throwaway, that'd be so cool. Like, just they trust you that much to not like leak it and to like make like a cool
We would
like
never.
reveal.
We would never.
Yeah.
Hey guys, and then like we just flash it. Hey guys, there's gonna be a reveal somewhere in the video, and yeah, let us know what
It's
you
1
think.
second reveal and we just talk about it for 30 minutes.
So
We talk about the card. We don't reveal anything. Oh yeah, this is what we're talking about, by the way. And
so
it's
if
just
you
the
guys
card.
are interested, the people out there, in a potential sneak, not saying it's gonna happen, hit that subscribe button.
let Riot know.
Let Riot know. Be like,
Yeah.
we want to see, and make sure you
Respectful about it.
respectful
Yeah.
about it. Subscribe down. I hate saying subscribe down below.
So you got it sometimes.
Hit the
You
like
have
button.
to sometimes. You know,
Subscribe
you
down
never
below.
say it, you get one.
I get one.
I was gonna say, I
okay.
don't think we
Subscribe
You've
down
never
below.
voted.
Hit the like button and the hype button as well.
The hype
the
button,
hype
yeah.
button actually throws stuff into it pushes it. So if you're watching
Yeah.
this within the first 24 hours, if you hit the hype button, I'll love you forever. So
I already love you forever, but I'll love you more.
Love
there
him,
you go.
yeah.
I want to talk about the finals.
This is the big conversation, guys.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to talk about this
I was
for
gonna
3
say, I
hours.
know a lot of people feel a type of way about it. I think I think all three of us feel pretty passionate about it.
Yep.
Coming from the judge perspective, and I know Shinya probably feels this way too.
Yep.
So
I don't know if I'm entirely happy.
So if you're watching this, Sam D. Sherman on Draven took the win
Yep.
on a game 3
Yep.
against
Miracle versus Tempo.
against TTA. Miracle versus Tempo. Who's going to take it? Down to the wire, like second, third to last play, or what seems like it's going to be. What happens?
We had an Ezreal on base by TTA, a completely stacked base by TTA on the other field.
Yeah, he's got like 2 Razas, a Ram. It was probably close to like 20-ish might.
And then Sam had both a Darius and a mech token. I don't believe anything in base. Completely tapped out. Believe 5 resource available. Hitting card on the base. It's the start of TTA's turn. And I'm trying to paint this clear picture. TTA, after drawing his card for the turn, which was his only card for the turn, has 5 cards left in his deck. And he has Ezreal in base. Traveling Merchant is one of the cards at this stacked battlefield that he has. Everything's ready. He needs to make a move. It is 5-7 to prevent him from holding on this base to not win, but to
prevent
Sam from winning.
Right.
He plays his only card in hand, Fight or Flight, to move Darius back to base. Sam takes his priority. He picks up Darius, thinks for a second, moves it back, and removes his hand from the card. TTA then proceeds to move Traveling Merchant back to base and draws his card. Because he has no cards in hand, he doesn't have to discard anything. Card goes straight to hand. I can't really remember what it was, but I almost want to say it was a movement, like Ride the Wind. I know it was some white or blue card. It may have been Rebuke even. And all he has to do is crash into this 3 mech with his Ezreal, which is a 3 might. And he's assuming that the hitting card is like Fight or Flight or in fact, I think at that moment he had already Sam had already used most of his.
Yep. Yeah, this was pretty late in the game, so he probably knew exactly what was there, and that's why he didn't scoop. Because I mean, granted, in the finals you never scoop. Let's just see what happens. But such an experienced player, they're keeping track of all of these cards, what you've played, what you haven't played. So he probably knew it was like a 50-50. It was either like a tie turner or a Fight or Flight or a switcheroo, and
thank you. He moved in, or he drew the card. Sam goes, wait. I want to react with my hidden card and then move Darius back, which it was a switcheroo, giving the mech 5 might, which would pretty much guarantee that TTA didn't have a move to do. Mm-hmm. And, which leads me to believe I don't believe it was Rebuke or anything like that.
In TTA's hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was.
I think it was maybe a stacked deck.
It was something. It was something.
But he has to concede the game there because there's just no way.
There's no way.
Yeah, Sam holds.
I was going to say the judges rewound the game to Darius being on point, switcherooing, then Darius moving back, and that was the game. It ended right then and there in that very moment. And as a judge with the rules, it says, once new information is gained, the state is an unrewindable state. Now, I do understand this was high comp, high OPL. I know they trusted the head judges that were up there and stuff like that. This isn't anybody's fault. I do believe there should have been at least a conversation between the 2 and 3 head judges they had up there for that match. Because this is an intense match. This was for the best of Draven.
Game 3.
This was for the champ mat, the trophy. It was for everything. All stakes are on the line here. And it boiled down to a rewind. And
I'm going to keep it a buck. I think TTA takes that game if he's not allowed to rewind.
I think TTA, depending on what Sam drew, because he did have a few cards in hand, he did have 7 up the next turn. There is another world where they go for a little bit longer in that match. Yeah. I don't know if Sam won that in that other world. It could have gone anywhere. I mean, all he had to realistically do was make TTA keep winning combats to draw out of his deck, and then he would have scored the point anyways.
Yeah.
So there's that to think about. But again, there's just so much that went into it. You'll really never know.
And on that note of Sam D. Sherman winning, up for sale is the Blade for the Ruined King, the champion playmat, and the best of Draven.
The next day, it was for sale.
How do we feel about that?
I personally, I don't like it. selling your best ofs, yeah, sure, whatever.
Everything?
But selling everything. I heard Sam he comes from a Magic background. Maybe someone in the comments correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I hate people throw around the word tourist or at. I don't know. If you're immediately selling and you're trying to sell,
He probably kept the trophy, right?
Well, I mean, the trophy's a big piece of memorabilia.
Yeah.
I mean, the playmat, I could maybe see it. The card, I could maybe see it. The Draven, I could maybe see all of those individually.
yeah.
The fact that it was all together kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I agree.
But
yeah,
one thing,
it's his stuff to do.
And JD, I kind of want you to go back and leave a disclaimer in the front part of this. Is I don't want Shaw to think we don't think he didn't deserve the win. It's not that. Sam made his way through.
He fought tooth and nail through the entire competition.
His game against that Jax was crazy. I was really hoping for the Jax, but Sam had the plays. He did the moves. He was featured match all of the top 8. And he won every single one. That's a lot of pressure. Yeah. And I just want to say, Sam, if you're for some reason watching this, congratulations on your win.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Could you say no to like $100,000?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it boils down to. Like $100,000 changes someone's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, if I sold Blade for the Ruin King and the Enchantment and the Draven,
yeah.
Like, to be quite honest, like the collectability of the game is not his fault.
Yeah.
People want to buy that stuff. And
I don't blame him.
There's a whale
slightest.
out there that has the capital to do that.
Yeah, don't blame him at all.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's his. He won it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I will say, does it add more lore and controvery and just like just some fun lore for the Riftbound community?
That is not our rep. We're not controversy, but for
some
you,
drama, never.
Yeah, for some drama,
some fun drama,
sprinkle in. But for y'all at home, I just really want y'all to understand the scope of it. It's not a matter of Sam didn't deserve the win, blah 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 blah. No, he got there. There's no reason he shouldn't. He won that.
Yeah, right.
But it leads an open thing to what do y'all think? Do you think the state should have been reversed? And
it's such a juicy take, right? It's like,
well,
maybe
Sam was in the lead, blah 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 blah.
Right.
TTA only had blah 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 blah. There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, one of the things that could be discussed is that we don't know if TTA said, I'll allow it, right? Because at the end of the day, I think it's on the onus of the player to say yes or no if they want to allow it. So we may never know. I tried searching for TTA's, his socials and stuff. I don't think he has very much or he doesn't post very much. So
we'll reach out to him, too.
Yeah.
We'll definitely.
I would love to see his opinion on it.
Yeah, we're going to probably reach out to Sandy Sherman as well. We have ways to get in contact. So, we'll clear up the air and everything. But, I mean, just overall, I will say the only part of the finals that really bummed me out was that we were wrong about Vegas.
Oh my God!
Draven down in Vegas.
Red purple,
screw the final. Screw everything. Can we talk about Draven being top 4? All Dravens, league of Dravens.
Hey, I said Annie, but red purple. They're the same
still
thing.
In the
same thing.
You're the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Grappler, you did such. If you're watching this, you did such an amazing job. I really wish you.
I really thought I was like, bro, am I a prophet with the Lux
Shouts out to
sculpt?
Grappler. I was watching him on main stage and he beats a Draven 2-1, and then I go to an ODE.
The Lux players everywhere
Lux
are
stocks
winning.
up, bro.
I go to an ODE after he beats one of the Dravens. I don't remember what it was. Oh man, Mew, Meaux.
Yes.
He beats Mew in a 2-1 and on the main stage. I go to my ODE. What am I fighting? Lux as a Draven.
Yep.
He beats me. I'm like,
Hey,
Grappler, man.
Dude, Lux is. I'm telling you, any card in the game that lowers cost of anything is inherently and at all states powerful.
Lux is on the rise, man. I think.
I already saw the legend prices for Lux are.
I was gonna say a lot of people. I mean, again, not as. What?
Where was that reprint we were told? What happened to that?
It should be here soon. It should be here soon.
You would think. I hope.
Not a single. Ooh, voice crack. Yikes. Not a single legend is figured out, I think, is the key defining term of this.
Yep.
We didn't see Draven take Bologna. We saw Draven take Vegas. The real question is now, I mean, there's only one more Spirit Forge. Or there's two left, 2 RQs left in Spirit Forge. Does Draven do it again? I think the craziest part of this was in the top 8, we had 5 Dravens, an Irelia, a Jax, As real.
Yep.
Jax,
Alan
bro.
ZQ.
Jax
The
stocks.
Jax.
Dude, I love seeing Counter-Strike go to $25 that night.
Instantly. Someone
yeah.
went to all the vendors and bought all of them.
Yeah.
Hey, and if y'all didn't take our advice and said wait till after the regionals to buy singles until, like, I'd say even now is a bad time. Give it like 2 weeks for it to crash for a little bit. We got 2 months until the next RQ.
Yep.
So people are going to be in between buying cards and stuff right now.
Yeah, let
it
people get home from their trip.
Let it resolve.
Let the vendors, let it resolve. unlike Sherman. love you, buddy. No shade.
It is fun to see the Jacks in the top 8. Jack stonks are up.
Yep.
Aurelia stonks going up too.
Yep.
Lux stonks.
As
Dude,
real.
Grappler. You know what's so funny? Part of the fun experience about these events is like you'll be at a vendor, or like day 2, we're sitting down. We're watching we're waiting for someone to take the 1,000 tail, and right behind me I hear a very familiar voice. I'm like, I know that freaking voice. I turn around, it's Ali Eldrazi.
It's like I
I had an experience with him too.
Yeah,
You-
really?
I think you were telling me he was trying to complete the Infinity Stone set of all the altars.
yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'm selling my overnumbered.
Altar seals.
Yeah, I'm sitting there selling my altar seal to one of the vendors. I look to my left. Ali's about to buy the one I'm selling to the vendor.
Oh, yeah.
to get his third.
I told him, I said, hey, I have a friend who's selling it, and that friend was you. So it's funny, you guys ended up being his thing. You know, he opened up, he was like, he showed me his binder. He was like, I'm trying to finish all the altar.
They look so good
the
all
over
together.
number
Yeah.
seals. But anyways, we're sitting down. I hear Ali Eldrazi, and I turn around, and I'm like, it's my goat. It's my king.
It was so fun. I was sitting right next to JD. JD starts fangirling, bro. It was so great.
Hey, I can't help it. You know, he made a guide that I studied, and from studying and watching gameplay, I took to my skirmish and literally
Ali Eldrazi Metafy.
clawed my way to the top. I'll shield the Metafy. Go to Ali Eldrazi, man. That guy knows what he's doing. And nicest person, nicest in person. There's so many nice people,
nice.
but that right there, that was insane.
I just want to say, everybody, so sweet, so nice. We got given and handed so much stuff. It was insane.
Yeah. My only complaint is we're talking to Prismat, and you're in between me and Prismat.
Prismat.
And the volume of the venue, I couldn't hear a word he was saying.
I went back and watched the video.
Prismat.
Nobody could hear him.
Prismat, we love you. And I know in the video you can see me lean in. And I was like, man, the only thing I was wishing right there, I was like, I can't hear him at all. But it was that mixed with like how loud it was in the venue. And honestly, I was still shell shocked and in the moment trying to think of questions to ask.
We had back-to-back
we had
players.
Alan ZQ, then Prismat, and then we had the
cosplayer.
cosplayer. I was like, there's so much going on.
If you go back and watch that video, I mean, God bless Prismat. You're amazing.
Hey,
right?
can we talk about his pose? His little.
The P? Dude, the P goes so hard.
How did he do it?
Dude, I've been trying to do it for 30 minutes in the mirror. I don't know how he does it.
I will say, love you, Prismat, but man, if you go back and watch that video, just keep an eye on Caleb and I's faces. He'll definitely notice some spots where I'm like, and then like I'm like, so yeah, what do you think about that, Caleb? And Caleb's like,
He also has no idea.
I mean, I was sitting next to him. I heard him a little bit better than what JD probably heard, but it was hard because JD would ask a question, he would answer, and I was trying to think of what I would say to that, and then JD was just like, and I was like, I'm not ready. And he's like, take it. I'm like,
it was so
That's
funny.
amazing.
And I mean, not that we didn't have space to go do interviews like that, right? But I wanted the crowd behind us,
Yeah, it
Hey,
looked good.
speaking of which, there is one big piece of feedback. And if this is our transition,
I already know what you're gonna say.
and
I think we're all in agreement with this one.
Okay. This needs. I believe.
I don't even know if it's Riot's fault. It could have just been the venue.
The venue.
It could have been the venue. It could have been whoever's in charge of this. There needs to be a spot, and I know they broadcasted the final outside
Across the street on the
for people to
hotel.
watch it, but you couldn't hear anything.
Yep. It wasn't even the best quality either. It was just.
I was so jealous of the homies in Bologna because whoever stayed in the venue got to watch the finals and cheer. Alan ZQ even mentioned it in his interview. He was like, that fueled, it had such a layer to the finals that it's like, man, I prepped us. I said, hey.
Yeah, we were so ready to be there to 11 midnight.
Yeah.
We had waters, we had energy drinks, we had little snacks.
I swore my blood was infused with Red Bull for the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to stash the rest of our stuff back in our car with the rest of the team that we went with.
Yeah.
I mean, we were prepared to be there and watch the winner of Vegas
And to
get
hype up
crowned.
the crowd.
And that was my thing that I really was down about at the end of it all.
Yeah.
Was I wanted to be a hype beast for a second. Like, come on, guys, let's cheer. Blah,
Dude,
blah, blah,
imagine
blah,
the
blah.
energy in the room.
Oh my God,
On
for
that
the
last,
Jacks,
or the last play of the finals.
the last play of the finals.
People would have been going crazy.
And that's what this game needs.
Exactly.
Like we, hey, if we can be that for the game,
Yeah.
we'd love to. But the fact that didn't happen,
Right.
it caught me off guard.
It was
I
so
was
sad.
like, wait a minute,
6 p.m. 6 p.m. We're getting kicked out of the venue.
Right. If you have to do anything and spend just a little bit more money on anything at these events, and I don't know if it's because of the venue or if there was other restrictions and liabilities that went into it, please let there be a live crowd for that top 8. Please let there be a live crowd for just the finals and everything. It's just a whole complexity to it.
Even if you have to like have them in like, I know in like Dota 2 tournaments they'll like put the teams in rooms, and like that way it's quiet for them and outside, right? But you could still hear people.
I mean, in Bologna they had the headphones.
Yeah, look, that was the one that as soon as I realized what was going on, I was like, oh no, we have to.
And the part that sucks too is, yes, they had the TV broadcasting on the side of the hotel, which is crazy, by the way.
That was kind of crazy.
That's pretty sick.
A lot of the people started leaving. I was kind of hoping, like, even though we did get pushed outside, there would still be like a big crowd of people watching the TV. But like JD said, I mean, there was no audio. You couldn't really hear what was going on. The quality, I mean, I have terrible eyesight. It was nighttime. I could barely
You couldn't
see
see
the screen.
anything. Yeah, it was bad.
And it's just like, I mean, there's a video of us posted up on the couch at
Hey,
where we
look,
were staying
at the end of the day, we
like it
ordered
was the Super Bowl.
ordered Italian, got it sent to
Uber was good.
the Uber Eats, and we made it our own, right?
Yeah.
And I bet you that's what a lot of people ended up doing.
But that's what people want, though. If there's anything I've learned from these past 2 regionals that I got to see in person, I'm surprised at the amount of people who would just sit down and watch the games. This little sitting area of the broadcast match every time.
There are people
it was
standing.
packed. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
People want to watch this. That's part of the reason why people go to these things is seeing these pro players compete live, knowing they're hundreds of feet away from you, playing the game that you love and enjoy. There's just something different about it.
I was ready to throw whoever up in the air.
I was gonna throw you up in the air. It's a different air getting to sit and I mean, even when we sat down with Prismaticism and Alan ZQ, and I mean when we first saw Alan ZQ, when we first talked to him off camera, he's so calm and collected.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you don't even know what you should say to him or what you should talk about because it's just like, oh my God,
Hey, I don't know if
he's calm.
Did you notice the shirt he was wearing in the interview?
Yes,
It's
I
like, it
love
was like
it.
a little beaver.
That shirt goes hard.
Bro, but imagine playing across this table. You're I think it was a beaver, right?
Yeah,
it was a little
something like
beaver.
that.
I was like-
Capybara?
Yeah, capybara.
little badger.
I wonder
or
when he
something.
woke up that morning, he was like, yes, this is what we're doing.
As I win my
With his leather
as
jacket.
I
Yeah.
win my belts, I will have my shirt stare you down.
You think these pro players actually think about what they're wearing depending on like
Absolutely.
how they? Dude, I never thought about that.
That's
like
absolutely.
the mind
His
games.
bag was 10% Riftbound, 90% water. That man was ready.
He was ready. He was like, yep.
We talked about it before. I mean,
I'd pee myself on stage.
Yeah,
It's
just
your-
the vibe, the aura that you give off.
take care of your body to play Riftbound, guys.
That's all I'm saying,
yeah.
dude. Fucking excuse me, Allie. That man.
Diwali.
Hey, I saw Allie's pecs when he was hugging you, man.
I gave a hug to Ali. I saw him outside. He bought some food from the truck outside, and I saw him. And I was like, hey, I just want to say thank you for the immaculate vibes. She's like, oh no, thank you. And I gave him a hug.
no, he wanted to give
He
you.
was
a
like- he
hug.
wanted to
He's
give me a
like-
hug.
He
said,
initiated.
"Give me a hug."
He did say that. He
now."
did.
And so I hug him, and I'm just in between
He's
these
just
like,
enveloped. You posted the picture.
muscles.
You have to put the picture here.
JD is engulfed by the muscles on this man, and it's just like
I'm just
JD
like-
vanished.
I'm like,
JD looked like
tight.
he was right where he wanted to
I
be.
was like, I'm like, go.
You could hear his heartbeat. Like,
It was great. No, that's the. If there's one piece of feedback that I would please hope gets changed for the next 2 regionals, please allow us to, not even just us, but just allow
Just everyone.
the crowd
Yeah.
to share that moment of the
I
win.
guarantee over 100 people would have stayed in that venue to watch that match.
probably more. Probably
Dude.
way more.
Because they
And
stopped
like you said
events
on that final play, oh my
The
god,
energy would have been
you saw how
electric.
we reacted just in the space of our own home. Imagine a whole crowd of people.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh God, what's gonna happen? Yeah, would have been good.
Yeah, that's the only thing I wish would have been a little bit different.
Oh yeah.
But overall, guys, the Las Vegas Regional was, I think, a resounding success. The game is still just as popular, if not more popular. We have Unleashed previews starting in 2 weeks.
That's crazy to think about. That makes it gives me goosebumps a little bit to think
We
about.
were just, I feel like we were just talking the other day about
I need it to be soon, guys.
Yeah.
I'm so ready. But I was hearing, not hearing, but we already know. This is the last time they got to do previews
sneaks.
that soon because afterwards,
synced.
Yeah, we're getting closer.
Then we really find out what the meta is.
Oh, I hope we get. Do we have a Worlds announcement yet? Is that official?
I heard off
Ooh.
of we not that we talked to Riot about those tournaments and not that we have anything to really share that's insightful or meaningful on it, but they're thinking about it. They're talking about it. They're internally figuring it out.
Is there an LA RQ? I kept hearing people talking about that.
September?
Okay.
I think it's in September, yeah.
Wow. I was really thinking they were going to do Worlds there.
I imagine Worlds may be the end of the year, beginning of next.
I agree.
I think.
I was going to say, Radiance comes out. After Radiance, it'll be a full year.
That's 5 sets, right?
Yeah, that's 5 sets.
Yep.
I think we should be expecting a Worlds tournament end of January, end of February next year.
I agree.
Hey, if you want to see Summoners Weekly there, let us know down below.
We got to get our passports.
We do have to get our passports. We do got to get that in order. But
so important to get.
We would love to be there. We're going to obviously try to reach out for is it Lil, right?
Lily. I'm not French.
We're American. Oh, my goodness.
No. The French are going to be roasting us in the comments.
We will be in, if you're watching this, if you're at the end of this video, we want to go as press in Atlanta. But we also want to compete.
Ooh.
Get eliminated first round type. No.
Yeah,
But the boys are pulling up.
Maybe a documentary in Atlanta too.
I would like to do one. So if you're
with
interested
all the pro players, with all the people competing that going
from San Antonio, what a great way to do a highlight on the community.
Oh, that'd be sick.
If you're not watching, guys, Summoners Weekly this past weekend showed me we're just getting started. Mm-hmm. We're not even in the thick of it yet.
The iceberg
Everybody
has been
knows.
Scathed.
Yeah, this is not our final form. We are going to be growing with you guys, with the game.
Oh yeah.
With things that we talked about with certain people this weekend. There's just a lot of things to look forward to. Be here first. If you're here, you're early. Share the channel with other people who watch. Translate for us if you can for people who can't watch in English, right? Like we want to be that authority in the community that puts a spotlight on people's stories and that shares as much as we can.
How crazy would it be to have a Summoners Weekly translator that?
No, I do think there's a value in that.
I think we're about to say the same thing. If you have that skill, reach out to us.
I can't pay you, but I'll give you singles. I'll mail them. I'll mail them across the continent. You know what I mean? As the channel grows, we're working out like what the future of what the channel looks like and logistically how things are going to be going forward. But the great thing is that we're not going nowhere. It's just a matter of. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of.
It's a matter of when.
Oh yeah, you still in that now? Is that gonna be your catchphrase?
I've been on it for a while now. It's not a matter of if we succeed or a matter of if we win a RQ. It's just a matter of when.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So guys, we're gonna call it there.
Oh my god, I feel like there's still so much.
There's so much to talk about.
Hey, we'll run it back on Sunday this coming week. But if you're watching this, have a good Tuesday. Enjoy
Wednesday. It should be Wednesday by the time this comes out. It's Wednesday now.
It is Wednesday now. Yeah.
It's Wednesday. Yeah. So well, if you're watching this on Wednesday, there you go.
You know what's crazy thing about the next podcast will be the podcast before Sneaks.
Oh my goodness,
guys!
It'll be the 11th, the 10th, and then Sneaks will be that week.
Oh my god, guys!
That's crazy.
I got something crazy to say. Skirmishes start this
week.
This week.
There's a couple in the next few days.
Actually, Okay, look, we gotta call it. But look, I did post on the X the prizing, which is a whole.
I forgot about that.
Bit of.
Go sign up to your skirmishes. Yeah. I know a lot of stores are starting to post them as of yesterday.
Edge of Night as the map promo.
World Atlas
is the other, and then stamped cards for GA.
And they actually got stamps on them this time. Say champion. They're listening.
Yes, they are listening.
Thank God,
guys. If you're watching, you made it this far. Thank you so much. Leave your comments and questions down below. If we missed something you want us to talk about, please let us know, because we do want to address it, talk about it. But that's it for this week, y'all. If you're watching this, have a good rest of your Wednesday. Have a good rest of your week. We'll see you back on Monday. You'll see some content in between that. I'm going to make a bunch of shorts because your boy is tired. But I'm JD from Summoners Weekly. This is my co-host Caleb. And, of course, Shinya. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.